My name is Dealinaire Shook, and I am the information collector. Today I'm bringing you a special report about Ukraine. I believe there will not be an invasion of Ukraine by Russia. I believe this because the buildup is taking too long. Very few modern wars have been fought with a large buildup. Also, and yesterday when I heard about further Russian troop movements, the thought occurred to me, this is taking a very long time. And I realized this is not 2014. In 2014, the actual involvement of the Russian military was not overt. And 2014's action in Crimea also followed dramatic political changes in Ukraine. Furthermore, Vladimir Putin faces a cost-benefit analysis that is not in favor of an invasion. He has already gained a lot from this. And this is where I want to bring in Schrodinger's cat. Schrodinger's cat is the thought experiment where you have a cat in a box with a tube of poison gas. The cat may have already poked the tube of poison gas and be dead. But if you open the box, the tube will break and the cat will die. Is the cat dead or alive? And for those cat lovers out there, this did not involve the actual cat. It actually involves the speed and position of particles. The conclusion that was reached is that the cat is simultaneously dead and alive. Right now, Russia can invade Ukraine and win because they haven't done it yet. No operational plan survives contact with the enemy. And I can promise you that's true. If Russia invades, even if they had initial success, they would then have, you would see videos of burning Russian tanks. You would see videos of Russians being held prisoner of war. Vladimir Putin has said that the greatest tragedy to befall Russia was the collapse of the Soviet Union. And he knows that the collapse of the Soviet Union was preceded by Russia's invasion and occupation of Afghanistan. Most of us remember George H.W. Bush standing on an aircraft carrier in front of a banner that read, "Mission accomplished." It would be wrong not to point out that for the crew of that aircraft carrier, their mission had been accomplished. But it doesn't matter, especially not for former President Bush, and especially not at the time. Sometimes optics are what matters. Right now, especially to the Russian people, Vladimir Putin has won. He knows at this point, who will do what if push comes to shove for Ukraine. He knows what every nation will do. Although the State Department and the CIA in Langley could have guessed the same thing I just told you, which means the American response could be measured. Nonetheless, he knows that Germany will send 50,000 helmets initially. He knows Spain will send naval ships and potentially fighter planes. He knows that we will send Ukraine Javelin anti-tank missiles. He knows that now. Am I saying this was just a giant Russian military maneuver? Which, by the way, actually is not a bad point. It brought this huge chunk of the Russian military up into battle formation. They know what can happen. There was a video from Ukraine of Ukrainian multiple rocket launchers training. They never fired a shot. And this was been target practice. That's why I was watching the video. I was like, oh, let's see these fire off. They set up in place and they didn't fire. Well, obviously they didn't fire because right now Ukraine needs every rocket it can get. But this is exactly what the Russians have done to this point. Why would Vladimir Putin end this without an invasion? Because if this is a giant game of geopolitical poker, whether it started like that or not, he won. Now he can magnanimously step back. Every television station on earth has had Vladimir Putin on it. He has stood beside the leaders of Europe. And he is the good guy. If he suddenly says, I have decided that the price of war would be too high, I choose peace, everyone will applaud him. Now, I don't know what he wants. And I don't even know if this was his intention. But I do not believe Russia will invade Ukraine. Now, this does not mean I'm putting a down payment on the Black Sea dacha that I had my eye on. But it does mean that I'd go ahead and buy the Black Sea timeshare. You know, beautiful part of the, gorgeous part of the world. I am furthermore stating that I am 75% certain Russia will not invade Ukraine. And every day that goes by will increase that by 1%.